Welcome back to the Crying Baby podcast. I mean, the Boujee Bravo Bitches, where we talk all that tea from basic to bougie. We're your hosts. I'm Jenna.
I'm Darcy. I'm Amanda. Oh, here we go. It's already started.
Starting off good. Darcy is sick. We have a fallen soldier. Darcy's out sick tonight, so she sends her love. She is feeling quite ill. So it's just me and Amanda, but I guess Amanda's going to be playing the part of Darcy and Amanda. So
Yeah, I'll be Darcy and Amanda for today. So let's get into it, bitch.
Let's get into it. Breaking news. We have a lot of pregnancy, baby announcements, and stupid pregnancy rumors. So let's start out by saying that Erin from Roni is pregnant. So congratulations. She's pregnant with her 400th child. But it comes on the heels of a really shitty episode, which we'll talk about later. So congratulations to Erin. So happy for you. And then Candiace, my girl, my fave, my number one, had her baby this week. Do we know what she named it?
I do. She named it Jett Maxwell.
Isn't someone else's baby named Jett, like those TikToker people?
A lot of people name their baby. Is it? Maybe my refrigerator is open. You guys, my life is absolute chaos. Maybe Taylor from Mormons is her mom or is her kid's name Jett?
No, it was someone like just this week had a baby, like a TikTok couple, and they named their baby Jett, I think.
No, you know the Pookie's husband's name is Jett.
Oh,
yeah, they named their baby. They had a girl. They named her Paloma, but that's a different podcast. So
I don't know, Pookie. Please don't send it to me. I don't need anything else that you send in my FYP. Thank you.
Oh, I love Pookie.
All I watched is Nara and Lucky Smith for about a fucking week straight now, and I can't deal. I cannot deal. It's my whole FYP. That, and then Cecily Bachman is no longer my FYP, but everyone making fun of her and her pajama scandal is now my FYP.
It was mine too, and I'm like, I block these bitches because I can't stand them. I don't care about their scandal.
My new favorite people, which you just said you don't like, are the blind husband. Oh, yeah. So cute. He's always like, Matthew. Okay, back to the podcast. We've already derailed. It came out I guess at the end of last week that JT announced that he quit Southern Charm, and they keep saying mid-season, but I think that just means because he's not filming the reunion and he's not going to film his the rest of his confessionals.
Yeah, I feel like they're already done filming.
Yeah, and they're done filming.
They're just doing the confessionals, and he quit. I think he only had 2 more confessionals left. So good riddance, JT. You weren't a fan favorite. Nobody wanted to see you anyway. Goodbye.
I mean, it has to be a bad look for him this season if he's already quitting before it airs. He's probably not coming off smelling like roses, I'd have to say.
Probably not.
Alexia Umansky got engaged. So
all that, congratulations.
Maybe the only Umansky married or to make it down the aisle. So
we'll see. We'll see.
Good for her. The Biermans filed bankruptcy. I don't know. You article. You talk about it. I don't know what that is.
No, they didn't file bankruptcy. Hold on. My kid is trying to break into the crayon set. No, you can't have this.
On this episode of My Baby Runs My Life.
She's going to get so mad right now because I just took that away from her. Okay. So Croy is contemplating filing for bankruptcy, which, I mean, that would be the smart thing to do. So that's really all.
I don't know why they haven't. It's a little crazy to me, to be honest.
Same. I'm not sure.
What are you waiting on? You don't have any money. You are the debt collectors keep a calling and you keep not answering. So
that's really it. Nothing interesting.
We're gonna devote 5 seconds to this and 5 seconds to this only, but we said last week, I believe, that John Mellencamp's future ex-son-in-law's wife is filing for divorce. So Teddi's filing for divorce, but now breaking news is that she's been cheating on him with her horse trainer, having a full-on
You see the horse trainer? He is very questionable looking. He's got those English teeth. Not a fan. And he's married also. And then they were talking about it on 2 T's and a Tot today because I don't listen. It came up on my FYP and it said that she's like, I'm not going to make any comment. My focus is on the kids. That's my comment. I'm not confirming. I'm not denying. My focus is on the children. My focus on the children. I'm like, well, you weren't thinking of the children when you were banging the horse trainer, honey.
Sure weren't. And also I heard that he was very concerned that she may have been cheating on him with Kyle at some point too.
Yes,
But
I saw that too.
I think that
Which,
just might be like clickbait. I don't
that's
know if that's
funny.
real or not. But anyways, that's all the time we have to devote to that. Sorry, Edwin.
Yeah.
Wishes. Good
Team
riddance.
Edwin.
Got rid of the
Team
bitch.
Edwin.
Move on. I have a note about Dream. So do you about something about foreclosure.
Oh, Dorit's house that she's currently living in with PK, which it's not really technically her house. It's like his friend's house, or they like, I don't know, they're renting it, but it's in pre-foreclosure.
Ooh.
Yeah, so
Something to
Dorit
know.
may be moving. Where's
But
that rent money
they don't
going?
even own it, so it's not her foreclosure.
No, it's not. It's whoever owns it.
So this whole thing just came out. Sutton did some kind of interview where somewhere Sutton and Lisa Barlow were in the same place. Maybe they were doing some kind of Bravo thing. Maybe it was that Hey You Fan Fest thing. But anyways, Lisa Barlow said that Dorit was pretty, and Sutton said, "Yeah, well, that's because she had a lot of work done." And so Dorit clapped back and said, "Well, if having work done can make you pretty, why haven't you paid for it yet? You can certainly afford it, or something."
Oh,
With
okay.
that and Rodka or something like
Guess
that.
they're not friends, so there's that.
Doesn't sound like I don't think it doesn't sound like anyone is friends with Dorit. It sounds like she came in stifling hot this season, but I'm kind of here for it. I feel like I'm sick of watching her
We
go
love
up
Dorit.
people.
You know what? If we got to do a Dorit takedown, I'm here for it. Let's go, Dorit. She looks like she's ready to fight back.
She's very nice too in real life, I will say. I like her. Well, that's just me, I guess. I don't like Sutton, so it makes it easy to like her more in this. Brittany Cartwright is opening up a place called Brits. It's a play on Jax's.
Yeah,
But I
you
guess
deserve it.
it's the same investors, and they have made the decision to open it. Like those two, they don't own that restaurant outright. Someone
No,
else
they probably own about what? What does Tom and
1%.
Tom own? 5%?
Right, like a percent.
2.5% each?
Yeah, exactly. So she's opening Brits. And then Jax was on a podcast and he claimed that she texted him asking if he wanted to come over for drinks and hook up. And then she called him out in the comments saying, "I asked you if you wanted to come over so that we could try to maintain a friendly co parenting relationship, not to hook up with you," or something like that. Like she called him out.
I bet she probably wanted to hook up.
I think so too. I think honestly, like if he showed an inkling that he would get his life together, she would get back together with him. It's
She
really
said
like,
though that they were not supposed to be getting divorced. She was hoping that they would separate and he would get it back together. The whole plan was for them to get back together, but
yeah,
he clearly couldn't handle it. So
yeah. But I think if he showed 1 ounce of getting it together, she'd be right back
be right back there.
living in Valley Village. Or maybe she's still living there and he's not. I don't know. I think he kept the house, right? And she moved
Well,
out.
she moved out to an Airbnb, so I don't know if
Yeah.
she moved back in and he left or what, but
Yeah. We've been talking about this, the speculation that Dubai was being put on pause, and it has officially been put on pause now.
yeah.
So
So
that's a bummer.
I feel like there's got to be something with like the laws of filming and everything because it took 2 years to come out and then now they're putting it on pause. I feel like it's just deeper than maybe
Yeah.
it's
I
expensive to
think it's
film over
gotta
there. I
be
don't
very
know.
expensive to film, and, like,
Yeah.
'cause, like, permitting and all that stuff, like, think about it, if people don't even have cars because getting a license plate costs $1,000,000 sometimes,
Yeah,
like, there's gotta be some permitting issues and
I
stuff like that.
agree.
That would be my guess because I love it, and people do love it, and I think it's just so classic Housewives. Like, I'm a little disappointed it's not coming back. To be honest, like, Beverly Hills coming back next week, like, I don't need that right now. I feel like we just saw them. Like, I like them, but I could have a little break from that. I'd almost rather see, like, Miami come back sooner than Beverly Hills. Like, Beverly
Mhm.
Hills just left us.
There you
They're
go.
just
There you
coming
have
back
it.
too quickly. I kinda liked when there was, like, a whole, like, year in between
In
seasons.
between seasons.
Yeah, like, how, like, Jersey was like, "We got Christmas every single year," or, like,
Yeah, I miss that. They should bring that back,
and then we
honest.
got big summer at the shore every single year, but it was, like, a yearly thing, and I liked
Yeah,
that, but
I agree.
anyways, that'll be here on Tuesday, so we'll have Roni and Beverly Hills on Tuesday, which is quite a lot, and then by the following Sunday, Married to Med will be back on with Potomac, so we're gonna have 2 shows a week for quite some time because then we
Oh,
get
it's gonna be a busy, busy time.
yeah, we get Southern Charm and a new real estate show in Salt Lake the following week, so it's gonna be 2 shows a night every night for a while. But we're gonna lose Orange County soon. So there's that. And Shannon and Johnny J, speaking of Orange County, have set a court date. So they're still fighting over the $75,000 and the non-disparagement clause bullshit. So
Team Shannon, Team Shannon.
all the way. All the way. Any other news you saw?
No, I think that was it. I think it was like not a news heavy week. It was kind of blah, you
I
know?
think because we're like prepping for Thanksgiving. It's not
Yeah.
a
People are busy. It was like the election. People are still
it was
stuck
the
in that,
election.
you know?
Yeah, that is true too. So yeah. New president coming January 2025. Um, let's talk about Orange County, part one of the reunion. I feel like reunions, correct me if I'm wrong, like it wasn't bad, but reunions often disappoint me. Like, I don't know what I expect. Obviously, we're gonna just recycle over the same shit that we've already been talking about, but I guess I expect either major conflict or resolve, and like we just don't really get either. We just talk about the same shit and then we like move on.
And then they're like, okay, that's fine. We can move on. Like, I get what you're saying, although I do like everyone's take on it.
Yeah.
And I feel like you get to know a little bit more about the background, especially when it's like they're talking about like podcasts and this and that. You kind of like, because when they show it on the show, I'm like, I don't fucking know what's going on at all. But then
Yeah.
maybe they talk about it a little bit more on their reunions, which I like. But I also don't like that they have outside conflict and they bring it inside the show.
Well, because like, yeah, that's the thing. It's like there's so much that's happening like on social media, in podcasts, on like tabloids, in clickbait. Like it's just, most of the show has nothing to do with the show anymore, which I find frustrating. I kind of feel like, remember like when people would go on the real world and they couldn't bring their cell phone and they like
Yeah,
couldn't
like the Jersey Shore, they never had their cell phones. Like
right,
that was
like we should go back to that, don't you think? No, you can't go on your social media until this airs. It would never work. But anyways,
what I will say is Katie's a freaking liar. I don't care. There's always two sides to every story, and I just don't believe her side.
no.
So that's
I
that.
don't I feel like it's very like, are you team Heather? Are you team Katie? And I don't think that's necessarily the case because I think Heather's annoying us for her own reasons right now. But Katie annoys me and she's a liar. A liar. Liar, liar, pants on fire. Also, I want to know like how many Xanax and Valium Tamara took before this reunion. Like she's barely said anything.
She hasn't said anything. She's super calm. She probably took a lot.
It's really weird. Very weird. And this is before she went to her one session where she got diagnosed with autism, right? I think so.
Yeah, she's autistic, you guys.
Yeah. Well, this is before that session, I think, took place. But anyways, it was a very Katie Heather heavy episode. One more thing I wanted to say about it too was just that like I'm pretty over Emily's legal advice. Like I feel like she feels like she's got to say something to remind herself that she's a lawyer because she's not practicing law and eh, like you don't know everything about every single fucking type of law. There's so many types of law. Like if you didn't work in it, I'm sorry, but you don't know it. And like you are not the authority on all things law related.
It's like she listened to the Bravo docket and just repeated what they were said. And then also she read an article and repeated what was on the article. It was like nothing informative. She didn't have an in-depth analysis of the situation. She just kind of chatted her mouth.
I think more importantly though, he has immunity because he was not directly involved with what's going on. You can't have immunity if there's no like call for it, you know? So like
Exactly.
he's not directly involved. Like it was his bank account. He has a level of involvement, but like he didn't
And
know.
he gave up the info. So what if he's got immunity? Okay. Obviously, he doesn't care, and I don't care. He's not going to jail. That's
I
all
kind
I
of
would
know
say.
some people were like, should she be talking about this? And I kind of was like, should she be talking about
I was
this?
also like that too, but I guess I don't know. I'm hoping she doesn't seem like the brightest bulb in the pack. So
But
maybe she didn't get any legal advice prior to this, but I'm not sure.
yeah, she's not the brightest bulb, but she's the nicest bulb. Well, we
She
can.
is. She is. And you know
I'm
what?
Team Ryan and Jen. Never thought I'd say that, but I am.
I'm Team Ryan and Jen as well. You know
Yeah.
what?
But only Jen because I like Ryan. I'm gonna be honest. Like I'm Team Ryan. I'm always like Team the husbands. The husbands. You know, what can you do? What can you say?
What can you do?
Yeah. I don't know. Was there anything? I mean, otherwise, it was pretty underwhelming. I mean, we got a little like Tamara and Shannon. Tamara was like, I want to maybe fix things. And Shannon was like, no, we're not going to be friends. You are toxic. And for the 100th time, she said, I am working on myself and I'm working on myself. I am setting healthy boundaries. And that means I am keeping people like you out of my life. No more toxicity in my life.
There you have it.
I have to hear her say, though, I am working on myself and I am setting healthy boundaries one more
But
time.
you can't say you're setting healthy boundaries. And when I say I'm going to leave, and then actually just stay at the party. That's not really a healthy boundary, Shannon. So I think
Just saying you're setting healthy boundaries is not setting healthy boundaries.
you need to work on that, Shannon. Work on that.
Oh, good Lord. Well, I hope that it's a little more interesting tonight. I think Jesus Jugs comes tonight. Is it a one-parter? Or, I mean, is it a two-parter or a three-parter?
Hopefully it's a two-parter because I don't know if we need
I'm
to
gonna
drag it out into 3 parts. I'm not sure.
Let me tell you right now what Bravo.
All right, well, you do that. I'm going to start talking about the Potomac because, you guys, it's not a lot of people like it. It's a
It says
two-parter.
part 2, not the conclusion, so it's definitely a three-parter.
So a Potomac. Some people really are enjoying it. As you typically say, I'm not that invested in the people, and I feel like I'm not that invested, and especially not with these men too, because a lot of the drama is like, he's a drug dealer, he's got 25 convictions. Like, I certainly am not finding enough to care about you women who are new. I certainly don't care about your man.
Yeah. There's too many new people. Like, we have
That's
Steve.
what it is. There's a lot of new people.
Yeah. And we have Jacqueline, who's not new, but like she's been a different person every season, so she might as well be new. Mia might as well be new too, because we learn something new about her every season that didn't exist before as well, because she's a fucking liar.
What I do find funny is the shade that they're like making Jacqueline be obsessed with Mia. I think that's hilarious. Like,
Is it shade or is it true?
I think it's funny, but the producers are making it like embarrassing for Jacqueline. So I do enjoy that.
Jacqueline is so thirsty for a cherry blossom. It's not even funny. She like every time it's like her turn to speak, she stands up and is like shaking around, like, look at me, look at me, look at me.
Like,
I'm
you're doing too much. You're at a 10. I need you at like a 5, probably.
Right. And your 10 is not getting you a cherry blossom. It's just
exactly.
So we're still in Lake Norman. We're celebrating Wendy's birthday for the fucking 3rd episode now, which we actually finally get to her birthday. I mean, I'll be honest, like Wendy's like not annoying me. So that's that's progress for me.
Wendy's not annoying me. Ashley's not annoying me. Giselle's not annoying me.
No, Gizelle never annoys me. I think she's so funny.
Yeah, Giselle's one of my fave housewives. I do not like Jazzy. I'm embarrassed for you because at this point,
we gotta talk about this.
At this point,
ain't mathin'. The math ain't mathin'.
Just be like, you know what?
My
it
man
is what it is.
Me. And I chose to stay with him. The end. Like, just say that.
Or just be like, we weren't really like exclusive when we got together, and we things happen, and now we're exclusive, and that's all I have to say on that.
Right. Or we were, and he cheated on me, and I decided to stay with him anyways. I mean,
hey, I'm not gonna judge.
What does she always say? The good Pastor Jamal Bryan was a cheater pumpkin eater.
I have no problem. You know what? He's on the Chiefs. He obviously makes probably really good money. He won the Super Bowl multiple times. Like, let that man pay for your bills.
He's not been on it that long, right? Because
I think he was I think he was a free agent.
Free agent now too, I think. Well, I don't know what he is right now, but at the time of filming, he was a free agent.
He won the Super Bowl, so
yeah, that's good for him. Good for him. Yeah, I think I'm not invested in many of them because I didn't like a lot of them either. So it's like Robin, I was always invested in her. She's gone. Gizelle, I'm going to stay invested in her. Ashley, I could go either way. She kind of does annoy me, to be completely honest. Like, don't plug your stupid song. You do, like, no. Your song is stupid, and it's not EDM. You sound stupid.
You're not ever going to be like a musician. Candiace couldn't do it, and she had more hustle than you did, so that's all I have to say about
Coffee and love tastes better when it's hot. Isn't that her song?
Whose?
Ashley's.
Oh, golly. I don't know.
We know Candiace is only song. Drive back and drive back. And those are the only words I know.
I know, same.
That's why she gave me that T-shirt, because I went up and I was like, I want to drive back.
Also, we talked about the birthday party last week, where if you guys are in pajamas at your 40th birthday party, I feel bad for you. Also, if you take me to a chiropractor on my 40th birthday, I'm not going to
Wait,
be happy
if
either.
you take me to a chiropractor that's not that you claim was your business isn't even your business any longer. I mean, even like it was adjacent to I wish Darcy was here because she would like agree with me. It's adjacent to like going back to a restaurant you used to work at when like you don't work there anymore and like going in the
Back to a restaurant. First of all, why didn't she take him to the strip club? Now that is something I would have loved to see. Let's get up in the strip club, okay, for my 40th. Thank you.
It was lame AF. And like
Yeah.
a chiropractor, like take me for a massage at a spa, not a fucking back adjust.
Take me anywhere
My
besides.
insurance covers that, bro. Like I don't need
And then she's like, I own 20. Like, I'm still so confused about what Mia does because Mia, if you own 20, the joints or whatever it is,
23.
I don't know. Mia, you're such a liar.
She's everything out of her mouth is a lie. I'm pretty over it. She was on Watch What Happens Live like maybe the week before. No, maybe it was this week. I don't remember. And it's just like everything she says is a lie. Like I don't want to hear anymore. But we got to talk a little about Stacey too, because honestly, I'm captivated by her because she's just so fucking off. She's like a 90s black sitcom. She's like Aunt Viv and one of the Huxtable children all rolled into one. Like she's just
The
so
way she dances, like, how old is she? Because she's giving 60, and I don't think she's 60.
she's giving QVC. That is what she's giving. Honestly, like she's QVC vibes all day long. And
She's
that's
so
fine.
happy. Like, I love it. Like, I wish I was that happy all the time.
I'm
honestly.
captivated by her. I just feel like she's on the wrong show. Like, we need to get her back on the Fresh Prince or something. I don't know. It's really bizarro.
I do enjoy her though. Like, you know how they say like Rebecca from New York is boring? Like, and they try to say Stacey's boring. I don't think Stacey's boring. I think she's just she's just different.
Yeah.
She's different.
Well, Rebecca is boring, and anything that wasn't boring about her was manufactured. So we'll get there.
Yeah.
Anything else on Potomac?
No, it's a decent season. I'm not hating it. Like last season, thank God we're not freaking playing chicken shit bingo in Austin for 5
No,
weeks.
it's better than that. But I didn't need to go to Lake Norman, North Carolina for 3 episodes of Wendy's birthday either. Like that could have easily been 1 episode, maybe 2, maybe 1.5. It didn't need to be 3.
Yeah. Okay.
It did not. I like Below Deck Sailing. I'm into it.
Oh, I'm into it. I'm hooked.
There's
I'm
so
hooked.
many people that I like want to get fired. So that's when I get into a show when people need to be fired.
Cloyce, gotta go. Emma, you are not good at your job. And I think it's not because you're not good at your job. I think it's because you're depressed and you don't care.
She is 5 seconds from needing to call a hotline.
I mean, I'm scared she's going to throw herself off.
I know. She's going to tie herself to the anchor. Boop, kaput. The end.
She's got to like relax, like calm down. Stop being so self-deprecating. It's not that serious, okay? Just do your job better. Just stop taking smoke breaks, stop taking coffee breaks, and just do your job. Gary can never find you.
She's like, where did the time go? I'm like, you fucking slept on your watch. That's where the time is, bitch.
Oh, and did you see the preview? They're going to crash into the boat.
I know. I hope that's not her fault, but I think
it's got to be her fault. She's got to be napping in the bridge when she's supposed to be on anchor watch. And you know what?
I mean, it could be the other boat's fault, but either way, someone's supposed to be watching. That's the anchor. That's anchor watch. Yeah. You watch for the other boats too.
It's not looking good, Emma.
Diana can probably go too. Like she's just complains about every job she has to do. I'm like, why? You're a stew, and you don't like housekeeping, and you don't like making cocktails, and you don't like the guests. So like, what is left? And you don't like laundry.
You don't like anything. Like I don't know if service was your should have been your forte, right?
Yeah, no, def not. But I'm enjoying the season. So last week we ended with Gary and Danni hooking up, and this week,
he regrets that. Instantly regrets it. God damn it, Gary.
Because God, she's so thirsty. She's like, sex, I love sex. I'm a sex-craved maniac.
She did say I'm lonely. I just want attention. I don't think she cares who she gets it from as long as she gets it from somebody.
Like, good for you for being like so honest and sex positive. I just feel like it's overplayed. Like at this point, like even sex positivity is out. Like being a prude's in. I don't know. You know?
I mean, if you want to go for it, girl, I'm about it. Who cares? Break those man's heart. She broke that boy's heart. And you know what? Good for you.
Go buck buck wild. What did I say last week? Once upon a time I was a hoe, and I'm admitting it. But like I don't want to hear I just am lonely. I need this, I need that. Like you just sound like Debbie Desperado. It's annoying.
True.
And then Gary tells Daisy, and Daisy is clearly jealous. Like she can say, "Oh, it's bad for the morale, it's bad for my team, yada yada yada." But she is just. Did you
You think
just?
she's jealous?
Yes, they're in love with each other, and
Okay.
their timing is just going to keep missing, and they're going to end up alone or with people they don't like, and that's how their lives are going to go. Timing just can't be on their side, you
There
know.
you have it. What do you think about Cloyce?
Cloyce can fucking go. Cloyce is annoying me. And honestly, Daisy, you're being too nice trying to handle it. Like at that point, I'd be like, Glenn, step in, bitch. My tip is getting messed up because of this fucker.
When
Serving
he told her,
a take on a Caesar salad, which is just a fucking Caesar salad.
I mean, you could have done a deconstructed Caesar salad and it would have
Right.
been way more high end, okay?
Right.
Second of all, don't sit there and pretend like you know more than Daisy because you literally don't.
No, you haven't even been like alive as long as Daisy's
Like,
been on
what have
this
you done?
show.
3 charters in California? People in California barely wake up to go to
I
work,
know.
okay? Like,
Right.
please.
When you make them quinoa and they're happy.
Yeah, exactly. Give
Not
them
here. This
no,
is
but
Ibiza.
Ibiza. Oh my God, you
A
guys.
Caesar
Ibiza.
salad in Ibiza. I can't even.
I can't every time he says it. And then every Sunday night on like the previews, because whenever you have a commercial break, I'm telling you, it's like, welcome to Ibiza. I'm like, stop, Kevin Glenn, stop.
It's
It's
on like the Peacock version too. Like ad. Welcome to Ibiza.
I hate it. I hate it. Oh
On
my
it,
God.
the Caesar salad, I'm going back to it again. I'm sorry.
Go
I
ahead,
love
go
the Caesar
back.
salad more than anybody. I make it every single week. I make my own homemade grilled chicken Caesar salad. I don't want that on a super yacht. Like, come at me with something else. I want rare ingredients. Like,
Yeah, same. I agree. This is like, what else did he make them? He made them. Oh,
oh,
and
you made
I
them
don't
go
like
into a
family
class that took
style.
6 hours.
I don't
What?
like family style either on a super yacht.
No.
But they always do family style, and I think, like, there's only, like, Kate would say something about family style, and Hannah would say
I
something
think
about
for lunch it's fine because
yeah,
it's lunch
but
and
for
it's
dinner, let's do a plated dinner, you guys. We are on a super
right.
yacht.
You should be doing like
We're
7
not a
course
fucking
meals.
buffet, okay? We're not a Golden Corral.
You fucking sprayed blue whipped cream into a cup and it took you 40 minutes to make that as a
Yeah.
dessert.
Also, what is taking you so long, you slow mother it's really
Yeah.
yeah, he's gotta go.
He has
Gotta go.
to go. I cannot. And there you have it.
There
So
you have
hopefully
it.
somebody gets fired next week. I hope so. I really do. He's like taking fucking naps and shit
I
instead
know,
of
took a nap. I'd never seen a chef take a nap before.
no. You're like the food is the tip. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Like
no, you're absolutely
service
right.
is whatever, but like if the food is shitty, that is what I'll remember. I won't remember if the cocktails are shitty. I'll be too drunk. I won't
Exactly.
remember what the weather was like. I won't remember what beach toy I played on, but I will remember the fucking food.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
All right. Well, I think it's good. It's a good season. I'm
Me
glad
too,
that
I'm enjoying it, I'm enjoying it. I'm looking forward
they
to what
found a
happens.
way to like
I
bring.
wanna know who crashes the boat.
I know, and I don't like. I know Gary went on to Us Weekly and said like I'm getting edited out. Like he's the whole season.
You know, like, what are you getting edited out?
They're editing him to make him look good, and I think they
I agree.
probably are because they don't want to be tied to like his whatever like lawsuit that was going to happen. So they're trying to make him look like this upstanding guy who like, oh, maybe I kissed Danny, but now I'm going to go tell Daisy and I'm going to listen to her about it because they don't want to be tied to that shit. Bravo's too
Agreed.
smart.
Agreed.
All right.
You know what? They're not smart enough to not put this trash out called Roni.
Let's talk about Roni for a minute. I am the queen of like people are too fucking sensitive in 2024 and like we don't need to be so like PC all the time, but I was offended. I'll be honest with you. And I don't offend very easily, but like I just think that pregnancy pranks are not fucking funny when 1 in 4 women struggle with fertility. Like it's
And
fucking
and
crazy.
and going with that, their key demographic is women between 18 and 40 years old who obviously are the
Right.
ones who struggle with fertility.
Not to mention there are 2 women on that show, one who's freezing her eggs and the other one who's like 40 something trying to get pregnant.
There you have it.
Like, what are you doing?
I don't like April Fool's jokes when people, like, post them online, like, "I'm pregnant." Like, I just don't think it's funny. It's a sensitive topic, and as you said, you're not a sensitive person. I'm even less sensitive than you. Like, I do not get offended, but I just think that you should think about some people do get offended. So,
Yeah.
a pregnancy joke is not the one. Why did it have to be pregnancy? Why couldn't it just be, like, she cheated on her husband or
She's
something?
a
Like,
swinger, I guess, because what, Salt Lake already did swingers, so we
yeah,
can't
like, not. And you know what? It's not, it didn't land like I think they thought it was gonna land, and if that's your main storyline that made it into the trailer, like, I'm embarrassed for all of you.
that is literally, like, the drama of the season, and your drama of the season is manufactured fucking bullshit so that we can hear that people talk behind people's backs. We know that. That's why you're fucking housewives, you idiots. Like, that's what you're literally supposed to do. That is your actual fucking job, is to go and repeat everything you fucking heard from one
And it
another.
could be so much better because it could be like, you know what? When Brynn told Jessel that Jenna called her boring, Jenna should have came in and freaking went at Brynn. And like, that's the kind of stuff that would have made it more interesting. But
Yeah.
they're just like, oh, I can't yell at somebody. And you know what? Brynn, you are.
He's doing too much.
You're doing too much, and for you to sit there and call Jessel boring when you're, or basic when you are the most basic pick me, I'm like, that's not a good look. And you
Oh,
are not having a good season, and no one likes you. She turned off her comments on Instagram.
did she?
Very limited. You know how it's like you're limited. Shep does that shit too.
I wonder if we can comment because she follows us.
Oh, maybe you can.
I don't want to, but I was just curious. I don't have anything to say, but I was just wondering.
Yeah, so I don't know. I just, you know what? It's just, it could be a better season. It could be a better season because Jessel could go after.
What? I just smelled my son's butt.
Poop. Jessel could go after Jenna and Brynn for calling her basic. It could be better, and it's not happening. Sai, I don't even know why you're here, Sai.
She's bothering me the least out of everybody, but
She's not doing anything. She's literally not doing anything.
Actually, like, what's her name? The new woman, Raquel, is actually doing more than anybody else. She's doing the Lord's work.
Okay, when her fiance called Gabe, and said I like him because he has lesbian sensibilities, I lost it. That was the highlight of the episode for me.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I like Abe. Abe was like, I questioned one time in college.
I mean, that means you're right.
Cool points for Abe. Don't let your rabbi hear that, Abe.
I think Raquel is like the most interesting, and it's funny because I don't find personal storylines like interesting. Like, I don't really care for like your adopted child, like, or this or that. Like, I'm not interested in your husband's like financial issues, but I do find Raquel and her story interesting. So.
I think it's the way she's saying it. She's just
Maybe
putting it
that's
out
what
there.
it is.
It's not a trauma dump. It's coming up organically. It's kind of like the same way we were saying, like, when the thing on Salt Lake with Bronwyn's like daughter,
Yeah.
like, it came up organically. It wasn't a trauma dump. It's not a storyline. It's just a thing that happened.
Yeah.
You know?
There.
Yeah, I'm very over it. I mean, obviously, we're going to see more about it. So I didn't watch this episode of Watch What Happens Live, but it was Cy and Jeff Lewis afterwards. And Jeff Lewis,
Jeff Lewis was talking a lot of shit about Brynn.
he loves to talk shit.
I love Jeff Lewis. So
honestly, he's like at BravoCon, he was like one of the best moderators. But he was like going in on people. He went in on like Crystal. He had to like serve Crystal like 50 apologies afterwards because he went in on how boring she was and how she needed to be fired. But like he's like a type of person that like shoots Bambi. Like he attacks like a baby deer. He doesn't attack anyone that like is actually deserving of it. All right. Oh, you know what we forgot to talk about? We kind of talked about it briefly, but have you seen this whole saga? Because it's growing bigger. So the Bravo Babe, that account, which she's nice. We met her at BravoCon. We went to like a content dinner with her, and it was fun. She, I guess, has been going after Tamra, and she posted something like that Tamra was like running a blog account or something like that, but Darcy said that where the information came from is not valid because Darcy's a researcher. I believe everything that Darcy says. Anyways,
same.
Tamra posts a video where she's like, "You're harassing me, Bravo Babe," like blah 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 blah. So now all of like the Bravo accounts are like coming after Tamra in support of the Bravo babe.
Yeah, Tamara's like, I'm getting my lawyers involved. Like, shut up, Tamara. Just ignore it. You know what? When you feed into it, it makes it worse. If you
All
just
you did was
ignored
just
it,
give this girl like 20,000 instant followers.
exactly,
All you did,
exactly.
so.
You just blew it up when you didn't have to. You know what? I always say thou doth protest too much.
Yeah. What I think is cool about it though is just like we're just the little people out here, you know, doing the
Yeah,
Lord's work. And the
yeah.
little people, I guess we're like a little ant, you know, we're a little ant. We can
We're a
be
little gnat. We don't go away. You want to
get
swat
under
us
your
away? We're not going
skin,
anywhere.
get in your shoe, and you might not notice us, but sometimes we really fucking bother you, I guess. So, team little people. Team little people. All right, let's talk about Salt Lake, shall we?
I thought it was a fantastic episode. I have to be honest with
Also,
you.
you must have been pretty out
You
there
know.
because it was an extended episode on Bravo too.
Wait, was it on Xfinity? Because my TV only recorded 60 minutes.
No, if you record a show, it will record the whole show. Not you don't record by time, you record by the show.
It
So
said
it will just keep
62 minutes.
recording.
I don't know. Whatever. I watched it all. It was fantastic. I'm a fan.
Well, I loved it too. I think that, like, honestly, the entire episode could have been Lisa complaining about Coach, and I would have been fine with that. Like,
Well,
the
first of all,
entire episode could have been
how
fine.
is Bronwyn? And you know what? The internet said that this can't be true, that they bought that $4 million necklace. They probably just rented it for like a
Definitely
week
did
or
not
whatever.
buy that.
But how are you buying a $4 million necklace and you can't fly home private? You guys got
I
them
didn't
like,
even understand that.
that is ghetto. I'm going to say it. Ghetto.
Also, didn't they take Southwest to Palm Springs last year? So, Lisa, you've definitely not flown Coach, but they don't have Southwest first class. At least to my knowledge, I fly it pretty often. And I get on at the crack of dawn to like log in and get my A boarding just like everyone else.
Everyone does. It's a fight at 12:01 for AAA. Let me say that.
So funny. Actually, I pay for early bird check-in. That's my
There you go. There you go. Fancy. So
But on like to me, like that's just classic Lisa, and that's what like makes the show. That is baby gorgeous through and through. People were like so annoyed by it, and I just think it's
I mean,
hysterical.
Lisa is unapologetically Lisa, and I love that about people, which is why I like Lindsay Hubbard because she's unapologetically Lindsay. Like
Oh,
she
she's
is who
about
she
to give
is.
birth any second. She's in her like
Yeah,
appointments now, so she's got to be at least 36 weeks.
yeah. So, but that's why I like I don't mind Lisa because she's Lisa, and you get what you get what you get.
Here. She's up there with the Teresas of the world for me. Like I'm into it.
You know what? I'm a Stangy fan. I'm gonna call myself a Stangy.
Yeah, I
I
love it.
stan Angie and I stan Sean.
I stand Sean, so I stand Angie.
When he would not apologize to Meredith, he refused to apologize. I'm like, you go.
So
Yeah.
he was getting a little flustered. He was getting a little hot under the collar. And then he goes, and then he called you biatches, and he really meant bitches. I'm like, you are so freaking cute. I can't. I gave him the cutest house husband award of the week,
I love that.
which he hearted immediately. Like he's in his comments immediately.
I love Sean. Team Sean for the win. And then when Angie said, I'm Greek, the Greeks don't apologize, that's my new motto.
Yeah.
Greeks don't apologize.
I'm Italian and we don't apologize either.
I'm Irish and German and I don't apologize. I don't know if the
We're
Irish and
never
German
wrong.
don't apologize, but I don't apologize.
We are
I'm never wrong. So
proof, biatch.
proof, biatch, Seth. Seth. Why you get so aggressive, Seth?
That's so funny.
When they roasted him for wearing the Meredith Marks hat, they're like, nice outfit.
I know. That's so funny.
It's just so good. It's just Todd scares the shit out of me. Literally so terrified. I had anxiety in the beginning. I'm like, oh God, Todd's gonna start yelling at everybody. I'm like, he's gonna start yelling. But you know what? Guys, Bronwyn is fine. He has a Black American Express card. She knew what she was doing. She's fine.
She's fine. And this is clearly their arrangement. Clearly, there is no sexual chemistry there whatsoever. They don't find it, they're not into each other in that way, to be completely honest.
And you know what? That's fine. Let them live their life. Like, she's fine, okay? She's rocking her YSL coat that Rihanna's got. She's rocking a $4 million necklace. Bitch is fine. I promise you.
I don't think she bought that necklace. I think it was just to get it on.
Yeah, I don't think they bought it either, but you never know. I don't know.
But all in all, good episode. I enjoyed it. The husbands, you want me to go there with the husbands? They're doing a lot. They're doing the most.
They are doing a lot.
They're doing the most this season. And I think it's funny.
I'm into it. I will say that.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a good week of Bravo. So next week we have all of this plus Beverly Hills. Thrills in Beverly Hills.
Thrills in Beverly Hills. Let's go. Let's get into it.
Yeah. It's going to be a good season. A good season of Bravo. We are coming to you a little early next week, right? Wednesday next week.
Yes, Wednesday, because I have parent-teacher conferences. Mom life.
Again, on this episode of My Kids Rule My Life. Yeah, so Wednesday next week. That kind of works out for me too. My mom's flying into town on Thursday.
Oh, nice. Okay. So.
Yeah, so she can watch my kids. So I can go to watch What Happens Live on
Oh
Friday.
my God, that's next week?
Yeah, but they're like so weird. We might be getting a hurricane, so now all these people in the Bravo Fan Fest group are like panicking that they're gonna.
I can't get into that group.
Well, I made you in the group because I was moderating it. But
Yeah, and then they blocked me. I don't know how they found me. And they blocked me.
You're on her like you're in her like not nice prayers at night.
Yeah, no, she personally blocked me because I
She is pinning like voodoo doll pins in a picture
from. She went on her personal account and said blocked. Whatever. I'm okay with it.
Yeah. That was just a weird turn of events that I ended up a moderator of the group first.
Yeah, you let me in and then bam. Like, oh, it was like 3 weeks later, 4 weeks. It was a while later that I was like, oh. Somebody mentioned me in a comment and I went to go look at it and it was like blacklisted from the group.
Well, you're not missing much. Just people are like, I can't believe we had to pay to go to Watch What Happens Live. So I actually never comment anything. I'm like, you don't pay for real Watch What Happens Live, but this is like a production of Watch
What Happens Live. And you can't even really get into Watch What Happens Live, the real one, okay? It's like
you can, but it's hard. I mean, you have to like message relentlessly over and over and over. If you
I'm gonna start doing that from our account and maybe they'll let me on.
Well, you have to have like a compelling story too. That's who goes there. Compelling stories and friends of the people that are on the show. Yeah. Friends of people that work there. And also, I think if you email that woman, the person's email who like, whenever they say, if you have questions, make a Skype, blah, blah, blah. I tried to make a Skype. I just kept getting like redirected. I couldn't make an account. So we're never going to call in with questions. But I think if you email her, like that's how you could get in.
Maybe
I've asked before. You never know which one's going to be live either. So
yeah.
They used to be live on Wednesday or Thursday, but you just never know.
I'm just going to start DMing them from my personal account and see what
I DM'd them like relentlessly when I was in the city for that one night, but they weren't doing a live show that night because I asked. It was Emily that was on, and Emily's like, "It's not live. We already taped it."
Okay.
So, anywho, what are your plans for the week?
I don't even know. Nothing really, actually. Quiet weekend. We're done with soccer. Oh, we have a soccer party. And we're going to have a party on Saturday.
A soccer pizza party?
Yeah, at the park, you know.
How cute.
The kids run around.
That's it. Get that energy out. Burn it off.
Exactly.
We have swimming lessons. I think
cute.
Maybe hang up some decorations, get started on our decorations and shopping and what have you.
I know. Maybe I'll get some stuff. I'm tasked with mac and cheese and mashed potatoes for Thanksgiving dinner.
Thanksgiving is like so far from now. It's in 2 weeks. I thought it was next week. It's not.
No, yeah. We have one more week and then it's Thanksgiving week. So
yes, which will be off Thanksgiving week. We'll miss you all. But we'll give you a break. Enjoy your turkey. Anything else?
I think that's it.
Well, Darcy, we missed you. We hope we did you proud. We probably just left a lot for you to edit. Sorry.
Sorry about that.
Alrighty. Well, if you like what you heard here, follow us on Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts. You can follow us on our socials. We are on Instagram at Boujee Bravo Bitches, on Threads at Boujee Bravo Bitches, on TikTok at Boujee Bravo Bitches, on Twitter at Boujee Bravo Bees. We have a Facebook group and we also have a YouTube channel.
That's it, bitch.